Hola, muy buenas, bienvenidos a Manucal 28 Gameplay y aquí estamos para dar comienzo a una nueva aventura, Red Dead Redemption, la versión de PlayStation 4. Un poco, bueno, no es ni remasterizada ni nada, simplemente, pues digamos que es como un port. Vamos a jugar en normal, sí, normal. No se encontrar ninguna partida, obvio. Crear una nueva partida, o sea, ¿vale? Pues nada, vamos a comenzar este Red Dead Redemption. Ese, digamos que en teoría debería ser el 2, ¿no? Porque es la continuación de ese Red Dead Redemption 2. Después de que se disolviera la banda, nuestro protagonista es John Marston. Nuestra nuestro John Marston. La banda de Bill Williamson. Bueno, vamos a comenzar Blackwater Station. La estación de Blackwater. Obviamente se lo llevan preso. Supongo, ¿no? No.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Vale, parece que estamos yendo de Blackwater a otro lugar.
Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be
Vale, aquí
judgmental,
John Marston
but this
está
state should not be ruled
pues,
by
escuchando
such
las
a
conversaciones de todo el
disgusting
mundo y
family.
tal.
A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Creo que estamos llegando ya
What you must
a la
remember,
parada.
my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Vale, estamos llegando ya.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Vale, a Armadillo. De Blackwater vamos a Armadillo. Armadillo. Vale, ve a la taberna. Ya por fin tenemos movilidad. Pues la verdad se ve bastante bien, ¿eh? Para ser un por y eso se ve bastante bien. Es que ha envejecido bien, la verdad. Para correr. Vale, corremos. Para sprintar. Esto es como típico GTA. También. El punto de mapa indica el objetivo de la misión. Vale. Pues nada, vamos. La taberna está aquí. Hola. Buen día. Bueno, este va bien fino ya. No sé qué hora tenemos de la mañana, pero va bien fino. Vale, allí. Se lo está pasando bien el hombre.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Vale, se referirá a los agentes, ¿no? Que nos metieron en el tren. Siga Jake hasta los caballos. A la hora es... ¿Me pone la hora? Son las 6:30, ¿no? Más o menos. Jueves 6:30. Vale. Siga Jake hasta los caballos. Vale, vamos a montarnos en un caballito. Maravilla. No, vale, ahí. Cuidado. Para explorar el caballo y acelerar, pulsa repetidamente X. Si mantienes pulsado, tu caballo mantendrá una... Para frenar R1. Yo te sigo, amigo.
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Busca un viejo amigo.
You ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serrated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Vale, imagino que sea uno de la antigua banda. De la antigua banda.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as
Armadillo.
beef gravy they are, not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Ya.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just
Nope.
chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Se nota que te gusta hablar, colega.
There's things you better off not knowing.
Venga, vamos.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill.
Observa el cadáver. No sé qué cadáver, la verdad. Fuerte Mercer.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Bueno, gracias por traerme hasta aquí. Acércate a Fort Mercer.
Yeah.
Vamos a ir despacito. A ver qué nos encontramos aquí.
Bill!
Vale, aquí está Bill
Bill, I've
Williamson.
come
Vale.
for you.
Es uno de los, es uno
Bill
de
Williamson! Come
los
out
que era
here
de la
right
antigua
now.
banda.
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to
Sí.
save you.
Y este nos traicionó con el otro. Es que en el otro, el jefazo no me acuerdo cómo se llamaba.
Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And
Eso,
no
Dutch.
more you.
Dutch era, digamos, el jefe de la antigua banda.
I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Oh,
Demasiado lento, Marston.
Georgia.
Demasiado lento, John. Nos han herido... No sé en dónde, pero estamos heridos. Vale, ¿esta no es la que iba en el tren? ¿La parte de adelante? No sé, me suena a la chica esa. La que iba delante del cura o tal, y la otra chica, la Jenny. Me suena así. Creo que iba en el tren. Nuevos amigos, viejos problemas. Que es más rápido, Jones.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
Bueno, un poco jodido.
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Pues sí.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm
$15.
sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane.
Bonnie
Miss
McFarlane.
Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
Por lo menos tan estúpidamente, ¿no?
I'll bear that in mind.
De plantarte ahí delante de un fuerte apuntándote como 4 o 5. Era lógico que iba a acabar así. Vale. Vete con Bonnie. Vale, el mapa. El mapa obviamente está aquí. John Marston. Vale, pues esto es Armadillo, ¿no? Río Bravo, esto es Armadillo, Chola Springs. El fuerte, que no sé dónde quedaría el fuerte, la verdad. Porque nosotros quedamos aquí. Creo que el fuerte quedaba por esta zona, quizás, o por esta zona. Vale. No hay una forma... Con el panel táctil... No, con el panel táctil tenemos consumibles. Equipo, campamento básico y varios. Vale. Vale, está Bonnie. Hablemos con Bonnie.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Vale, los caballos están ensillados. ¿Dónde? Allá al fondo, vale. Mantén pulsado para centrarte en la gente y lugares y eventos importantes.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Hop on up. He won't bite.
Qué chulo este
Come on,
caballo.
time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Me acompaña Bonnie. Vamos. Bonito rancho.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever
Vale,
seen a ranch with
licores,
its own store
tabaco. Vale, sí, una tienda. Le podemos comprar cositas.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert.
Vale, para los
It
caballos.
certainly
Bueno.
looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
Robar
First
caballos para
impressions are
domarlos.
hard to erase. train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Estación de tren, aquí hay vacas.
Giddy up! That's the barn over there. Paul built it
Un granero.
himself when I was just a little girl.
Y volvemos aquí otra vez. Vale.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Ata tu caballo.
Come on, this is the
Atado.
only chance you're gonna get to rest.
Ve a casa de Bonnie. Vale, vamos a casa de Bonnie.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Está portando bien Bonnie.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
Vale, genial.
I
Y
want
un
to see
rifle
just
molón.
who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Molón ese arma.
We'd best get moving. This is a
Carabina de
dangerous time of
repetición.
night for us.
Súbete al caballo. Vale, ¿y cómo es como para cambiar el arma? Aquí, vale. Tenemos el revólver y tenemos el rifle de repetición. Te acompaño, Bonnie.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Me acompaña Bonnie.
Come on.
Thank
Pues
you, Mr.
acelera, Bonnie.
Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
No puedo ir más rápido. Si no acelera ella, creo que no puedo acelerar yo, ¿no? Lo intento, pero no me deja. Ahí.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all.
Desmonta del caballo. Ah, vale, qué conejos aquí. Joder, pues para eso hemos cogido el caballo.
Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
Mírate de los conejos.
That's it, kill those little varmints. Better shoot rabbits and outlaws, I think. Nice shooting. You got one.
Listo.
Them rabbits can be wily little critters. Let's mount up and patrol the rest of the property.
Al hop. Y ahí saltamos. ¿Cómo era para recargar? R1. No me acuerdo yo para...
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
Yeah.
Whoa there.
Vamos. Vamos,
It's
acelera.
not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Yeah!
Bueno, ahí con los conejos nos enseña un poco cómo es el sistema de disparo y
Get
eso.
those pests before they scare the livestock. Quick, they're going after the chickens.
Vale, terminan los coyotes. Al modo Dead Aid.
Let's go.
Ujujú. Creo que queda uno. Está aquí atrás. ¿Dónde estás, coyote? Ven aquí. Ay, se dio la vuelta. Boom.
Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Acompaña a Bonnie. Vale, pues esta es la patrulla que tenemos. Matar conejos y coyotes.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Lo que sería bueno saber es cómo se recarga. ¿Sí, círculo?
After all.
Sí,
Luck
círculo.
didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Vale, atamos nuestro caballo.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Vale,
Good night, Miss
gracias.
McFarland.
Si quiere guardar la partida, duerme en la cama. Vale, pues no sabemos cómo guardar partida también. Si duermes, te levantas 6 horas más tarde. También puedes coger munición del baúl de la habitación. Vale. Nivel actual de DT 1 de 3. Fama. A mí contenedor. Honor. Vale. Sube el honor, la fama, todo. Munición de revólver. Algunos personajes te facilitan información valiosa sobre tu entorno en forma de mapas o periódicos. Cambiar atuendo. Oh, mira, puedo cambiar el atuendo aquí. Solo tengo uno. Bueno, dos. Pero no me voy a poner el traje de caballero. Nah. Vale, pues nada, vamos a guardar partida. Vale. Nos levantamos de día. Tenemos que ir a la B. Vale, esta es nuestra casa. Vamos a pillar el mapa, a ver. Tenemos que ir a la B. Y la B está aquí. Que es Bonnie. Vale, pues nada, vamos. Vamos a la B. ¿Vamos en nuestro caballo? Sí, hombre. Perdón, es que me quedé de freno. Vale, obstáculos de no sé qué ponían.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine.
Bueno,
A
van
little
bien.
sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
Fue hace tiempo.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you,
Bueno, la
not only
cosa acabó
will put your
bastante
life in
mal,
danger,
la
but
verdad.
also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll
¿Una
see.
carrera? Venga, pues una carrera de caballo, venga, va.
All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts.
Sube al caballo. Vamos, Marston, vamos.
Oh.
Ve a la salida de carrera. Calmado, que aquí todavía no hemos empezado a correr.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
¡Vamos!
I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland.
Yo te voy a ganar. Lo que no veo es la resistencia del caballo, tío.
Neck and neck, Miss McFarland. Good God.
Es que no veo la resistencia del caballo, tío. Vale, está ahí. Vale, es que ya no tenía, básicamente. Ah, ya perdí, ya no gano ni de coña.
Come on. Go.
Es que le di demasiado, tío. Aunque la estoy pillando, ¿eh? No sé cuánto más puede durar, pero la estoy pillando.
See you at the finish line.
Estoy aquí, muchacha. Ya te he pasado.
This is how it's done.
No, me la he liado. Casi me la lía el caballo.
I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland. Try to stay with me now. Yeah.
Vale, vale, calmado, calmado. Ve lento, ve lento, ve lento, ve lento.
Come on. How you doing back there?
Aquí irnos jugando un poco con acelerar,
Do you like me to
dejar
slow
de dar.
down?
Si le mantengo
Are you
así,
saving the
vamos
best
bien.
for last?
Es larga la carrera, me cago en todo.
Let's go.
Despeja. Vale, hemos sacado un poco de ventaja ahí. Hemos ganado, hemos ganado. Hemos ganado.
Whoa, whoa.
Hemos remontado, hemos remontado. Hemos remontado muy bien. Después de esa caída de caballo.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Vale, pues tenemos que ir a Armadillo. Para vernos con el comisario. Aunque sigue habiendo aquí alguna... El comisario Johnston quiere hablar contigo en Armadillo. Ve a M en el mapa. Pero también tenemos misión de Bonnie. Podemos hacer la de Bonnie. Es que ir hasta Armadillo, que queda lejitos. Y eso, aquí tenemos algo. ¿Esto qué es? Ah, esto es la tienda. Y esto de aquí... Consulta de médico. Ah, consulta de médico. Como para curarte y esa movida. En la tienda, digo, voy a comprar algo. ¿Qué voy a comprar si tengo $0? Vamos a hacer la de...
Mr.
No te da tiempo ni a leer cómo se llama la
Miss
misión.
McFarland, how are you?
De lo rápido que carga, tío.
Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo?
Ah, mira,
I've
me
got
viene
some
bien.
supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It
Ah, lo que
wouldn't do
pasa es
for
que
a
igual hay que
terrifying
volver.
bounty hunters such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the reins, Mr. Marston.
Sube al carro. Para subir al carro, acércate al asiento del conductor. Vale. Un segundito. Vamos, sube. Sube.
What exactly are you waiting for?
Lleva el carro al Armadillo. Vale, vamos.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't
Ah,
be a
para
rancher
frenar,
in this kind of
R1.
country if you don't
to, miss?
La línea amarilla...
I can't think of any other way
básicamente
to
es
stay
el
sane, to be
GPS.
frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response.
Hola, buen día. Voy a darle un poquitín más de velocidad.
I found you dying on the side of the road, and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize
Loco!
we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
Un pelín de velocidad.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not
Hombre,
my uncle,
uncle.
as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard.
Es verdad que en el,
Kind of fella laboring under the delusion
que en el
that
final
they
del 2
break
estabas haciendo la granja con
Sounds like the
Uncle.
perfect person to leave in charge of your
Sí, es
entire
verdad.
livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd
No
be
es
getting
cierto,
back
qué guapo,
there if
tío.
I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
Perdón. Perdón. No quiero atropellar a nadie, ¿eh? Vale. Es cierto que en el final del 2
Manhattan it is not.
encontramos a
It does
Marston
okay for us.
y estás haciendo pues eso, la granja y tal con Uncle. Muy
Most
chulo.
important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him.
Vale, tenemos
Meet
que ir
me in
donde el
front of the
médico.
general store when you're done.
Ve a la consulta del médico. Vale, vamos. Hola. Habla con el médico y compra medicina. Habla con el
Howdy,
médico.
mister.
Finally come to get that
Vale.
bullet out your leg.
Pues te compro esta que es gratis.
Any trouble, let me know.
Tabaco de mascar, $35 y manzana, $1. Va. Vender, no tengo nada para venderte. Habla con Bonnie fuera de la tienda. Vale. En tu zurrón tienes tu medicina y demás objetos consumibles. A ver, tengo caballo de guerra. Tengo un caballo. Y equipo campamento básico. Y creo que eso es para poner un campamento por ahí y poder guardar y esas cosas. Creo, ¿eh? Cuando te llenan la pantalla se irá volviendo de color rojo. Si llega a rojo oscuro morirás. Vale.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Bueno, gracias por dejarme
Try not to
aquí
get
porque
yourself
realmente
shot. I won't be
lo
around to
necesitaba.
save you this time.
Gracias, Bonnie. Vale, y aquí teníamos que hablar con el comisario, ¿no? Tenemos que ir a la M. Si quieres irte de armadillo, suele haber emergencia cargando y descargando tras la estación de carga. Vale, eso es como un viaje rápido. Por decirlo de alguna manera. Ahora, aquí tenemos más cosas. Ahora puedes comprar o alquilar propiedades marcadas con tal, pero no me voy a comprar nada porque tengo $0. O sea, no tengo un maldito dólar. ¿Qué voy a comprar? ¿Sabes? ¿Qué voy a comprar? Aquí que tenemos, consulta de médico, armería, comisario Johnson, cine, diligencia, vale. En la armería, que es esta, una vez que hayas comprado o alquilado una propiedad, podrás guardar partida en ella. Vale. A ver, ¿y este qué podemos? Hay algo demasiado caro. No hay nada gratis. No tenemos dinero, no podemos comprar, lo siento. No podemos comprar ni vender. Vale, pues nada, vamos a la M. No tenemos nuestro caballo, así que estamos un poco jodidos. La verdad. ¿Vamos a la M o pegamos aquí? Sí, vamos a la M, venga, va. A ver qué nos cuenta el sheriff. La realidad de no sé qué. Porque él nos puede ayudar a lo de Williamson.
Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you. And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them...
No, calmao.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
On what? You getting cute with me, boy?
What's going on here?
Ah, vale, que ese no era el comisario.
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir.
Algo así.
Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
Bueno, qué manía de escupir tiene esta gente.
Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har. Dickhead.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Vale, pues vamos a ocuparnos de la taberna.
You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Vale,
Come on then, Marston. Follow me.
te sigo, te sigo.
So who we looking for?
Bunch of two-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walt.
Perdón.
Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. But the way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
I do what I can, Mr. Marston. We ain't the government.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls
Hay que
into.
seguirlo.
Mount up, Marston. Walton's our man. He spotted you. Stay on him, boy.
Vamos, caballito. Tía Walton. Vamos.
Walton's as bad as you say he is. Why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walt's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from.
Oh.
Stay with me, for Christ's sake.
Que no me separo, me he chocado. Perdón. Vamos.
Hold up, Marston. He must be at the old Pleasance house. Probably best we take it on foot here.
Let's go.
Ir andando. Había una casa, sí. Hay una casa allá arriba.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Vale, magnífico.
Damn. Take cover. We'll work our way up this hill.
Vale. Vamos a pillar rifle.
There's one behind the crate. Take him down.
Shit! You almost got me!
I'll teach you some
Me han
respect.
reventado la vida ya.
You're outnumbered,
En serio le volé. Ahora.
Now move up to that crate. I'll cover you. Make that cover behind the rock, boy.
Boom.
I got you, boy. Make a move for that pole.
Vale, vamos a lejos. Vamos.
Look out. There's one behind me.
Ahí al hombro. Boom.
Take cover
Boom.
behind the outhouse. Careful.
Espera, recargo y me muevo.
You better be at peace with the Lord. Stand with me. You ain't getting away this time. Walt's inside the house. Take him alive if you can.
Cójalo vivo si puede. Lo intentaré.
Killing days are over. There'll be trial and the rope for you.
Estás detenido, Walton, amigo. Quédale ahí en la
Not bad
piernita.
shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Gracias. Y me dejas aquí tirado. En la mano de Dios. Vale, hay que ir un poco a ver cómo va el tema de The Side, porque obviamente se nos gasta. Hombre, tenemos 20 pavos. Realmente el The Side es el de la barra derecha. Se va gastando. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? No tenemos mucha gran cosa aquí, ¿no? Y un cofre. Este cofre algo habrá. Mira, hemos conseguido más pasta, tío. Qué bueno, 36 pavos. Me gusta. Hemos conseguido... A ver, aquí hay gente muerta. Esto tiene que tener... ¿Se puede registrar algo? ¿Cómo se... Puedes viajar rápidamente a la ciudad usando la opción viajar a destino desde tu campamento. Ah, vale. O sea que... Desde el campamento puedo viajar. Vale. Vale, y esto es para... registrar a la peña, coger munición y de todo. Vale, me gusta. Vale. Y aquí podemos... Vale, pero ese campamento se nos gasta, es que no he leído. No he leído si se gasta o no. Vale, bien, hemos conseguido bastante dinerito, ¿eh? O 72 pavos, tío. Maravilla. Vale, ¿dónde podemos hacer lo del campamento? Aquí mismo. Equipo campamento. No sé si usar. Se gastará seguramente. No sé. Poder viajar rápidamente a los lugares habitados que has descubierto. También puedes colocar destinos en cualquier lugar del mapa y luego ir al camino más cercano. Pero lo que voy a hacer es guardar. Y dejar el capítulo de hoy aquí. De este... Red Dead Redemption. Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado. Y nos vemos aquí en Menú 28 Gameplay. ¡Hasta la próxima!